All right, good morning, sixth grade. I hope you guys are doing well. So I am going to go through the steps for your assignment this week because I know it is a brand new program and we might not know how to use it. So pay attention, make sure you're watching this video. Please make sure you're watching this video, especially my online kiddos, because I'm not there to go through step by step with you, but I am going to do it on this video. So please make sure you're watching it so you know exactly what you should be doing and how to work all of the little nitpicky things on the program. So first thing you want to do is go to Google Classroom and go to your sixth grade music Google Classroom, and then go to classwork. And then we're going to go to the newest assignment, which is Soundtrap Loop Practice. Soundtrap is going to be the name of the app that we're using today. So click on that. And then here are the directions, and then I'm gonna go through it with you right here. So click on this little thing right here that says Soundtrap. It's gonna open up a brand new browser and a brand new website for you. Ba-boom. Give it a second, give it a second, give it a second, give it a second. All right, and then if you are opening this up for the very first time, it's gonna give you a sign-in information. It's gonna ask you to sign in. Just sign in using Google, just like you usually do. So sign in Google. So use the Google sign in. I'm gonna say it again. It's gonna give you a sign in if it's your first time logging in. You're gonna sign in using Google. All right, let's keep going. So after you sign in using Google, it's gonna go open up this lovely little browser for you. So let's go through everything about this browser. So this is Soundtrap. It is a music making website. So we use loops on here to create our own songs. So there's pre-recorded loops. We're going to learn about those today. And then we're going to drag the different loops of different instrumentations to make our own song. So we're going to go through this for the next couple of weeks and talk about the little different things you can do on this website. So that's what we're going to be doing for the next couple of weeks, is kind of learning the ropes about this website. So I'm going to go, first thing I want you to do right here where it says assignment January 15th, I want you to rewrite it. So I'm going to do it again. You're going to click on it. You see how there's a pencil right there. You're going to click on it and you're going to change it. So you're going to write 6A if you're in 6A, or B if you're in B, or C if you're in C, or D if you're, whatever your class is. Okay, so I'm going to do 6D. And then I want you to write your first name and your last name. So first name and last name right there. Make sure you do that so I can find your assignment. It'll be easier for me to search. I could find it other ways, but this just makes it a little bit easier for me. So I'm going to do that again. So I'm going to pretend I'm in 6D, and then I'm going to write my first name, and then I'm going to write my last name right there. Boop. And then you are going to, actually, I'm going to change it. You're going to click that little save button right here. Make sure you click save. If you do not save it, it does not save it in my files and I can't see what you're doing. So if you don't save it, it will not save your project. You've got to keep clicking that save button throughout the whole entire project. So class, first name, last name, click that save button. Okay, it should say done, you're done saving. Cool, now we can get started. Okay, so we're gonna go right here where this purple button is at. We're going to click on it, boop, and then there are these things called loops. So whenever you hear me talk about loops, that is what I am talking about. They're pre-recorded sounds that we're going to drag into our big songs to make our own version of a song. So here's your project for today. I want you to find 3 loops that you like the sounds of that go well together for you. I don't care which 3 you choose, but it has to be a bass, a piano, and a drums. So one drum, 1 bass, 1 piano. I'm gonna say that again. 1 drum loop, 1 bass loop, and 1 piano loop. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear this out. And then I'm gonna go to drums. And then if you see right here, all of these drum sounds pop up. So I'm gonna click on a couple of them so you can kind of hear. So you can kind of click on this little play button right here and it'll show you the sound of what the drum loop sounds like. And you can go through and just listen for whatever ones you like. I'm gonna keep, that one's fun. Let's see, I'm gonna keep going down. So you can see they have just kick drums, snares and claps, rolls, and they have different types of drums. You can do full, that usually means all the different parts of the drums playing at the same time. So you pick whichever one you like. Let me see. Let's go back to, ooh, that one's fun. Let's do that. And then I'm gonna drag it over here. Whoop. There we go. So now I added it into my song. So I'm going to show you how I did that. Let me go back to Brampton. So you can double click on it. So if you see the song that you want, so I wanted this one, so I double clicked on it and it'll add it automatically to your music. So if you want to add a song, you can double click on the song that you want and it drags it automatically into your music. So I'm going to go up here because I didn't mean to add 2 songs. I didn't want to add 2 songs. Oops, I made a mistake. If you make a mistake and you add a song and you don't mean to, you're going to go up to these little 3 dots, click on it, and then you're going to click delete track and it'll delete that one track. So then you have the one that you only wanted. So now I have a drum. I'm going to exit out here. I don't want drums anymore. I don't want to search for drums. So I'm going to exit out. And now I need a bass. So we're going to search on bass. Boop. And now I'm going to look for a bass. Ooh, that's fun. But I'm going to play this loop so that way I can hear what it sounds like. I'm going to double click it. You can listen to them. Okay, so you can listen to them both together, see how you like the sound of it. If you don't like it, go back over here, delete the track, and go back and add a different one. Same idea. So if you notice this little purple bar up here is lit up, what that means is it's going to turn it into a loop. A loop means it repeats over and over and over and over and over and over again. If I click on that purple bar, you see how it's gray now? So if I play it, it's not going to loop it. So if you look at this little purple bar, that's showing you where you're at in the music and in the song. And if you notice when it got to the end of the music, the sound cut off because it's not looping anymore. So I want the music to loop so I don't have to keep pressing that rewind button over and over again. Up to you. If you don't want to make it loop, you don't have to make it loop. If you want to make it loop, it's kind of a little bit easier because then you don't have to press the rewind button over and over and over again. So I'm going to click this backwards button and go all the way back to the beginning of the music. All right, so now I have a drum, I have a bass, now I need a piano. So I'm going to click on clear it out. You always need to clear it out because if I click bass and then I click piano, it's going to search just for bass piano sounds. So I got to clear it out. And then I'm going to go to piano and let's find a piano. You know what? I'm going to play this sound at the same time so that way I can kind of hear what it sounds like with the music. so now here's my song. I have a drum, I have a bass, I got a piano. So let's listen to it. So it loops all the way back to the beginning. I like the way that sounds. Now, a few more things if you want to change up your song. If you like the way it is, cool, you like it. We're going to go back over here and we're going to save it so that way we don't delete our work. Make sure you still have your name up there in your class. So we're going to save it right there. Cool, our project is saved. Awesome. Now, a couple things. Down here, if you see where it says GM, it's going to be different for you. It might not say GM. It's going to say something else. That's the key that the song is in. So that's what notes are playing and what key. So I can click on here, and if I want to change the song, I'm going to remember it says G minor. And then if I want to change it, minor usually has a sadder sound to it. Major usually has a happier sound to it. So if I want to change it to G major, let's see what it sounds like. I kind of like the sadder sound, so I'm going to go back to G minor because I like that better. All right, and then over here, if you look at this number that says 120, that is the tempo. The tempo is how fast your song is going. So I'm going to click on that number, and I can change the tempo if I want to. So if I want to slow the beat down, I can either tap in the beat, and if you notice that number down there is changing, it's listening to how fast I want my song to go. So I'm going to actually write down, let's do 90 and see what happens when I slow the song down. And then it's going to adjust the audio. You're going to say, yes, I want to adjust the audio. And it's going to change all of the sounds down to 90 beats per second. So if you notice, I slowed it down so it dragged the song out. So I'm just going to click on that gray bar to kind of match the sound so it doesn't loop halfway through the music. And then I'm going to click on that and it turns it purple and loops it again. I'm going to push it back to the beginning. And then I'm going to play the song and see what it sounds like at 90 beats per minute. So that's what it sounds like at 90. I kind of like it faster. Let's see what happens if I play really fast. Let's go to 140. And then you're going to click adjust. All right, so do you see how I made it shorter? So now I got to click this and make it shorter. Click it again, so it's purple and it makes it loop. And now I'm going to push it back to the beginning and play it. Like that. So we're going to keep it at 140. All right, so now I have my drums, I have my bass, I have my piano, I have my key that I wanted in, and I have the tempo that I wanted in. I'm good to go. So I'm going to click save. Boop. All right, so then I am good to go right now. I don't need to do anything else. Let me see. Remember, if you need to change anything, you can delete the tracks right there if you need to. You can also change the colors if you want them different colors. So I can change it to whatever color I want to, just so it's easier to find. And if you want to rename it, you can rename the track. So you can name it to your rename is my drum. So that way I know which one my drum is. Rename, that's my bass. So I know which one my bass is, and then that's my piano. So my piano is easier to find. Up to you. You don't have to rename it if you want to. If you rename it, it kind of makes the song harder to find if you need to go back and find that same song. And then last thing before you go, if you find a song that you really like, you can click the heart next to it. Boop. So if I delete this and I click on my favorites, it'll pull up all of my favorites down here. So if you find a sound that you like and you don't want to lose it because there's hundreds and hundreds of songs and sounds on here, click that heart so you don't lose it, so that way you can find it next time. All right, so I'm going to save again, so that way it saves my drum, bass, piano. You don't have to do that. That's just Miss Meyer wants to do that, so that way you can kind of see what you could do. Make sure I save it, and then you're good to go and you're done. All right, if y'all have any questions, please type to me, let me know, leave me a comment in Google Classroom, and I'll try to answer as fast as I can. If it's not letting you into the program, so if you click on the link and then it's not letting you sign in through Google, that probably means you're not added into the program. So I need to add you in. So type me a comment in Google Classroom, let me know that it's not letting you into the program. I will add you into the program so that way you can go ahead and do this assignment. All right, you guys, have a great day.